First, let me tell you that what is optimizations means why optimizations required. So if I'll go to here, this one is optimization. So if I'll go to the logic and activate, first let me tell you the activation. So I'll come to that activations. First, let me tell you. So optimizations, why it is required means what is the significance of optimizations. So optimizations basically is the process. Just a second, Richard. Yeah, optimizations is basically a process of finding the best schedule for your customers and business. So this is called global optimization. Okay, the global optimizations process basically trying to find out millions of time slots and mobile worker options to produce the schedules. Okay, it then assigns each schedule to grade and uses the schedule with the highest grade. So it will put the upcoming appointments into the best order. So this is the significance of optimization. So when I'm saying that the global optimizations process, it's finding out the millions of time slot and mobile worker options to produce the schedules. So what does it mean by millions of options? Okay, millions of options means, suppose let's say you are a scheduler. So let's say it's a simple math. So let's say you are having one mobile worker and you are having suppose 11 appointments. Okay, so if you are having one mobile worker and 11 appointments to schedule, so it will give you 11 factorial possibilities, like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7 into 1 into 2, suppose into 3, then into 4, then into 5, then to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, and then to 10, then to 11. So it will give you, I am telling you that millions of options. So let's say I have one mobile worker, I am a scheduler, and I have one mobile worker and I have 11 appointments to schedule. So it will give me 11 factorial possibilities. So if you will just just multiply it, so it will give you like 39,916,800. So if you will multiply it, so it will give you this number of possibilities. Okay, so if you will multiply it, you will be able to see that. So it's basically evaluate 10,000 options a second. Okay, so like, so if you are a dispatcher, so you will work out for the following equations, like suppose you have this kind of factorial properties and you can evaluate 10,000. Suppose your computer or your calculator can evaluate 10,000 options a second. So basically, so you will divide 39,916,800 divided by suppose 10,000. So 10,000 means it will give you 3991. Okay, that's seconds, and which is basically 66 minutes. Okay, 66 minutes means 1.1 hours. Okay, so that means, so if I'll review the options for one mobile worker and 11 appointments to take over an hour, so it will take over an hour. So what if I will have 16 service appointments? So it would take about 66 years then, right? So I have one mobile worker, 11 appointments, it will take 1.1 hours. Okay, 1.1 hours. So suppose I have 16 service appointments. Okay, then what will happen? It will take 66 years. Okay, 66 hours. So this math, so simple math, it is showing that optimizing a schedule is a complex process that takes time, and that takes actually very ample amount of time. So, but you need to have some process which will give you the more efficient way to delivering your on your business priorities, to deliver the schedule on your business priorities, like priorities like scheduling more appointments, reducing the travel time, containing the overtime costs, increasing the customer satisfactions. So everything you need to consider it. So optimizations then coming into the picture. Field service engine, they have introduce this automated scheduling process. Okay, so it finds out the automated scheduling, it's very faster, and it is very efficient that manual scheduling. Okay, so which is actually calculating the appointment score in the backend. Okay, so suppose suppose you would like to schedule bulk number of service appointments in daily basis, then your optimizations will help you. Okay, to create and to create a best schedule for a service appointment. So let's step through the optimizer process, how it is working in the backend. Then we will then I will show you that how to set up the optimization process and how to create that job. So first what will happen? Step one, how does the optimizer do it? So optimizer job actually uses your scheduling policy to find out the most qualified candidate first, and most qualified candidate with the time slot based on your service objectives, which we have discussed already. Okay, so now first what you will do, optimizer, it views all the data sent to optimization. Suppose data means, suppose you have a service appointment repository. So today daily you have created, today at the entire day you have created 20 service appointments. So first what you will do, you will send all those data. I will show you how to send the data. So let's step by step process it. So first it will view all the data sent to optimizations, means all the service appointments sent to optimization. Okay, so it is basically all means it is considered that all those service appointment is containing with the service territories. Okay, and all those are optimized horizons, like which I have just shown you, earliest start permitted date and due date. Only these two fields are getting populated, already got populated for those service appointments. Now point number 2 is what it will do, it orders the appointments based on the priority. It orders the appointments based on the priority. Okay, based on the priority. Based on the priority. Now, if you order the service appointment based on the priority, this priority is defined using the work order priority field. Okay, or work order line item priority field, or service appointment priority field, which is the options in the field service settings. Okay, so let me show you. If I'll go to the service appointment, one service appointment, let me open it. So if I'll open that, let me check that priority is already added in the page layout or not. Priority. Yeah, look at this. Scheduled over door priority appointment. So this priority field, it is there in service appointment. This priority field should be there in work order also. So let me check that in work order also it is present or not. Yeah, look at the scheduling priorities 3. So that means it orders the appointments based on the priority, the optimization engine, optimizer engine. So the priority is based, it's defined using the work order priority field, work order line item priority field, and service appointment priority field. Okay, so then optimizer starts to evaluate the highest priority appointment first. Suppose you have the service appointment, 10 service appointments, and you have just added that priority field into your service appointment, and you have checked that field which I have just shown you, like schedule the higher priority service appointment on top of lower priority. So optimization engine, it will find out the service appointment which has the highest priority. So that priority field that will be manually set up by you. Okay, or being a scheduler, they will be field service admin or scheduler, they will set that value. Now third point is, then it views the selected appointment details such as territory, required skills and due date. So it is territory, required skills and due date. Okay, now point number 4 is, then when the review is completed by the optimizer or optimization engine, now it will view, it views the scheduling policies work roles. Okay, so now work roles remove the candidates who cannot complete the appointment. Okay, because they are unqualified or unavailable. Okay, so now it has a pool of candidates who are ready to able to do the job. So now it will, point number 5 is, it will check the scheduling policy work rules, scheduling policies work rules, and it will remove the candidates who are not qualified. Okay, so then it will remove, narrows down the candidates list. So when you will just debug the optimizations, all those fields you need to check it, that why your optimization job is not running, you have to check that. So if you go to the field service settings, if I'll go to here, so it will check what is the default scheduling policy is being selected here. So if the default scheduling policy is selected, suppose if I'll go to here, if I'll go to the if I'll go to the scheduling policies, so if I'll go to the general logic, sorry. Yeah, so let me open from here. Just refresh this page. Yeah, so if I'll go to the guided setup, why it is getting hanged. Just a second. Now it's coming. Okay, so if I'll go to here, scheduling policies, so I'll be able to check that what is my default scheduling policies. If I'll go to here, so I can add the scheduling policies, customize this or add it, and or I can make customer first as the default scheduling policies. So if I'll open that scheduling policies, I'll able to check that if it is okay. So resource availability, let me add it. So if I'll check that, look at this. So max skill is the work rules which has been added over there. So based on that work rule which has been selected, so scheduling optimizer, it will evaluate that which work rule is getting selected here, and it will remove the candidates who are not qualified or who are not available at this point of time. So it will eliminate those candidates. Now point number 5. Point number 5 is, it then pulls up each available time slot between service appointment earliest start permitted and due date. Okay, with the time horizon. So then optimizer, before going to the optimizer, you need to know the background. Otherwise, it will be not clear for you. The theory should be very clear. So then optimizer, what it will do, it pulls up each available time slot. Okay, and how the time slot will be found out, as I have showed you, between earliest start permitted and due date. Or you can define that arrival window start date or arrival window end date. Manually you can populate it, and based on that time you can pull up that optimizer can pull up the available time slot. Now point number 6 is, once it will pulls up the time slot, now it will view the scheduling policies service objectives. Now it will check service objectives. Okay, so how it will show the service objectives? Now, then it evaluates each available time slot and qualified candidate for the objectives. So suppose it has multiple, suppose it has more than one qualified candidates and more than one time slots are available, then there is a problem. Optimizer needs to find out how it will find out. It multiplies the grade for each objective by the relative weight of that objective. It adds those weights together with the priority of the service appointments work order or work order line item to create a score. Okay, so the default priority range is 1 to 10 scale. Okay, default priority range is 1 to 10 scale. Okay, when 1 is the highest priority and 10 is the lowest priority. So you can also choose to use the scale of 1 to 100. Okay, so how, let me show you how it is service appointment is prioritized using the 1 to 10 scale in your orgs. Okay, so like suppose for example, you are choosing customer first policy. Okay, so if I'll go to the customer first policy, I'll able to check that your service objective is for ASAP 4. Okay, and preferred resource is 2, and then minimize travel equal to 21. So let's make it 2. Okay, let's make it 2. Yeah. 2. And then so now how optimizer scores an appointment with the priority of 3. Suppose priority of 3 means in service appointment you are actually putting that. If I'll go to the service appointment, here is the service appointment. So let me pick up that priority field. Most probably it is not there. This field is there, but service appointment priority field is not there. So let me go to the object manager and add that field. Let me show you how the score is getting calculated here. So if I'll go to here, page layouts. Priority. Okay, schedule over lower priority appointment, it is there. Let me check why I'm not able to see that. Okay, if I'll go to the FSL appointment, so let me check. Priority, yeah, scheduled over lower priority appointment is there. I'm taking a note of it. So because one priority field should be there in the service appointment, but why am I not able to see that being a FSL admin? So I'm taking a note. So let me tell you how it will calculate. So suppose my service appointment scores with an appointment with priority of 3. Okay, suppose it is 3. So how it will calculate? So it will calculate. So ASAP grade, it was 4, which is set up in the service objective level. So if I'll go here, why it is not going? Let me open it. It's not going. Okay, that's a questions, good questions. If a work order line item has a high priority, but since parent work order has a low priority, which would win? So this line item, work order line item, which has a high priority, it will win. It will not check the parent work order, which is actually has the low priority. Okay, yeah. So if I'll go to the service appointment, so suppose ASAP is grade 4. So how it will work? So suppose ASAP grade, okay, into 4, then it will calculate like this. Then plus, okay, so your preferred resource grade, suppose preferred resource grade into it has the value as 2, so it will be in 2, then plus minimized travel time is suppose 2, so minimized travel time is basically 2, so it will into 2, minimize travel time into 2, okay, and then what it will do, it will actually, suppose it will checking that service appointment has a priority of 3, so it will add that priority as 3, sorry, it will add that priority as 3. So based on that, it will actually calculate the score of each service appointment. Okay, it will calculate the score of each service appointment, like if it is it has 20 service appointments, so one by one it will calculating the score of each service appointment. So how it is defined in the backend? So it has a table. So if I'll open that one chart, like suppose let me open a Word doc, let me put a table like priority and value of priority as there. Suppose let me put a table here. Suppose it is the priority and here value of priority as there. Value of priority of there. So suppose I'm telling you like service appointment priority is 3. So if it is 3, the value of priority is 15,500. 15,500. This is the value of priority was mentioned in the backend. So if priority is 1, so it will be 25,500. Suppose priority is 9, so it is actually 1,000. I will share that documentation to you. So if it is calculating the grade, suppose one service appointment priority is defined to 3. So it will just added that value. 3 means 15,500. It will add. If it will 9 priority, it will add simple 1,000. So based on that, each and every service appointment score is getting calculated by the optimizer in the backend. And based on that, it is actually populating the service appointment with the proper service resource to that towards proper service resource for that automated process. So basically, if you are just considering the priority range from 1 to 10 scale, okay, 1 is the highest priority and 10 is the lowest priority. Okay, so based on that, you can add that priority to your service appointment. So if I'll go back to here, so like this, the score is calculated in the backend. So this is the point number 6. Based on the service objectives, the grade is getting calculated. Now point number 7 is it repeats this process for remaining slots and candidates. Okay, so now it adds the scores. Now, so what it will do, it repeats this process for remaining slots and candidates. Okay, that is one thing. Now point number 8 is then it will add the score. It adds the scores. Now point number 9 is based on the score, it assign the appointments with the candidate and time slot with the highest score. That total calculations, if it is highest for the service appointment, suppose out of 10 service appointments, now one service appointment, it's actually it is calculating with the highest score, and the scheduling based on the scheduling policy service objectives, it will actually assign that appointment to the candidate and the time slot with the highest score. Okay, So assign the essay with the time slot with higher score. Okay, so this is the process. So now means ordered by priority, if that optimizer moves on the next appointment of the list, as I have mentioned, and ordered by priority, and it does it again. So when all service appointments sent to optimizations are scheduled on the Gantt is full or dispatcher console is full, then the schedule receives an overall grade. Okay. So now if the Gantt is full, then what will happen? The process is the optimizations job then randomly unschedule some service appointments and tries to schedule others instead. So an overall grade is given to the new schedule, and it is actually saved only if the overall Gantt grade is higher than the previous schedule. So these iterations continue until the optimization's time is over, at which point the schedule with highest grade is used. Okay. So this is the overall process of the optimizations. Okay. I was not able to share that document and hands-on document to you last sessions. So today, definitely, I will consolidate all those and share this to you. Every steps were mentioned there. Okay. So you can follow that document. So it will be then you'll be able to understand that how it works. I had a documentation, so I will share the documentation to it. Each and every steps was mentioned. It will, if it has multiple high priorities appointment in his hand, and it is actually the Gantt is full, dispatcher console is already full, then it is that scheduler receives an overall grade. So what they will do, they will again execute the optimization job, and it is the responsibility of the optimization job that optimizer will unschedule some appointment and tries to schedule the others instead, which is actually very much urgent to schedule at the next based time slot. So that service appointment will be scheduled at the next period of time. Others will be unscheduled automatically by the optimizer job. Yeah, I will show you which trigger and which batch actually it is executed. And you need to set up the optimizations process. Now we'll go to the hands-on. Okay. So how you need to set up the optimizations? There are multiple steps you need to do in your org so that you can execute the optimizations process. So it will so can we discuss this step in the next session, or you would like to continue in this session? And tomorrow I will show you how to create the field service optimization profile and user. You need to create the profiles and users, and that profile, using that profile and user, you need to execute the optimization job. So because a system admin profile, using the system admin profile or field service admin, you will not able to execute the optimization job. So you need to set up the optimization profile and user in your org. So that I need to show, I will show you end-to-end scenario. I will show you, and how to execute the job, that also I will demonstrate you.